As he attempted to escape, he accidentally fell from a great height, yet miraculously he wasn't hurt. Before leaving, his brother begged him not to abandon him with their father, but Sergei knew deep down it wasn't right to stay. He knew exactly where to go, their mother's lands, the place where they used to hunt together. Dmitri, feeling betrayed, refused to forgive him and ordered him to leave. Sergei apologized, assuring his brother that he wouldn't be gone for too long. When Sergei reached a port, he approached a captain and asked to be taken to Russia. The captain, realizing Sergei was running away from home, decided to help him out. Wandering through western Russia, Sergei heard the distant howls of a jackal pack, but instead of attacking him, the animals avoided him, with one even stepping in to protect him. Later, Sergei stumbled upon his mother's cabin, now in a dilapidated state. With nowhere to sleep, he chose to rest under a tree. While lying there, he reflected on his father's harsh words and his mother's gentle advice. At dawn, Sergei crafted a spear and set out to hunt a deer. That's when he first noticed his newfound, almost superhuman abilities. However, his focus was broken when he heard the distant voices of hunters who had just killed the local jackals. They hadn't even taken the meat, only the horns. Sergei approached the scene and the hunters warned him to leave, threatening consequences if he didn't. Despite their warning, Sergei stood his ground and swiftly eliminated them. Once he arrived in Russia, Sergei bid farewell to his traveling companion. She told him that if he ever needed her help, he shouldn't hesitate to ask. While fishing one day, Sergei received a message from his brother. Dmitri, imitating their father's voice, asked if he was still living in the woods. He reminded Sergei that his birthday was coming up soon and hoped they could see each other again. Later, as Sergei tried to rest, the sound of a gunshot jolted him awake. He confronted a group of hunters and warned them if they left now and stopped hunting, he'd let them live. The hunters, thinking he was insane, attacked him. Sergei swiftly took down several of them and the survivors fled. When their leader returned to report to his boss, he apologized for the delay, claiming they'd run into a crazy guy but had taken care of it. At that moment, Craven confronted the leader, revealing that his boss, Mr. Talon, had been killed. Craven demanded to know who the leader really was, explaining that Talon had controlled the area. The trafficker identified himself as Andrei Lavinia. Checking his list, Craven found Levine's name and upon confirming his identity, decided to execute him. He shot Levine with a crossbow somewhere in New York City.